everybody. Welcome back to Real Talk with Reginald D. So glad you can stop by and hang out with me for a minute. Let's talk about a few things. Let's talk about this thing called life. We are closing out the year 2022 and we're about to go into year 2023. It's critical that you reflect back on the things and situations that occurred in your life in 2022. The reason you need to do that is to determine what you need to build upon and what you need to let go. Listen, you can't bring dead weight from 2022 into 2023. Your life will be the same if you do that. If it's dead, then it needs to be buried. You can't bring it into 2023 with you. Next, in this thing called life, you need to understand what you're trying to get out of life. What is the thing you are seeking? This is critical because it will show you and help you understand in which direction you need to take. Now, I recommend that whatever you do with your life in this upcoming year, do it big. There is no reward in playing small. This year could very well be the year that can turn your life around if you dream big and then go big. You have to understand that life is nothing but a road that you have to travel. Now, I need you to listen to this. The road you travel can be rough at times. It could have potholes, ruts, and bumps in it. The reason roads have potholes and ruts in it is because the same road has been traveled on so many times. In life, if you keep going down the same road over and over again, you're going to end up creating potholes and ruts that's going to make your journey rougher than it should be. I need you to realize this. In traveling on this journey called life, you can't stop in the middle of the road. Life is more beautiful if you are on the road to somewhere. Listen to me. Your life is meant to flourish. Your life was meant to go places and do great things. You just have to be yourself in this thing called life. You are unique. Do not compare yourself with anyone else in this world. If you do so, then you are insulting yourself. There is no one else like you. Think about that. You're special. And this thing called life is going to bring some experiences. Some good, some not so good. But I need you to remember, the most valuable lessons in life cannot be taught. They must be experienced. Learn from your experiences. In this thing called life, you have to be selfish with your life. You have a purpose and a destiny that your life is meant to pursue. You can't share this thing called life with everybody. I need you to know the greater your life gets, the more people are going to try to be a part of it. Check this out. The less people you chill with, the less problems you'll deal with. Only allow positive people in your life. People with purpose, goals, and visions have no time for drama. They invest their energy in creating and focus on living a positive life. Do you know most people's lives fall short of what it could have been because of other people? It's because they allow damaged people in their lives. I need you to remember this. Damaged people will damage people. Let me ask you a question. If you had something valuable, would you let everybody else use it? No. That's the same thing with this thing called life. It is too valuable to let everybody handle it. Now in life, accept nothing but the best for your life if you put in the effort. If you're not putting in the effort, then you can't expect much. You can't expect front row seats when you're giving nosebleed efforts. Give every day the chance to become the best day of your life. Now, you might as well enjoy the best things in life because you're not going to live it twice. Listen, this thing about life is on you. Only you are in charge of your happiness. Now, in this thing called life, I have seen so many people fail and do their life a disservice because of one thing: change. If you're serious about changing and making your life better, you'll find a way. If you're not, you'll find an excuse. People who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. Let me ask you this question. How can you change your life for the better if you can't change yourself? You know, I had this one thing that I dealt with for years, and it ended up bringing my life down. I was the type of person that had to get revenge on everybody who did something to me. I carried that attitude for years, and it made my life a lot more miserable than it should have been. When I changed my mindset and my way of thinking, I began to realize that people are human, they make mistakes, and some people are just idiots that do things that are stupid and unnecessary. Once I began to see things differently, then I was able to change. Once I changed, my life began to change for the better. You can't be afraid to change. God said, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by renewing your mind. You have to change your mindset in this thing called life. Now, in this thing called life, you have to follow your heart. Sometimes in life, you have to stop thinking so much and go where your heart takes you. If you follow your heart and stay true to yourself, beautiful things will happen in your life. If you follow your heart, then your mind will create. Now, there will be days in your life where your mind doesn't know what to do, but your heart always does. Follow your heart. Do you know most successful people built their success on following their heart? I need you to hear this. Your life can be so successful. All you got to do is trust you, and don't be afraid to go big and strive for greatness, and don't settle for just good. Check this out. I need you to set goals so big that you can't achieve it until you grow into the person who can. I need you to remember this about life. Life is like the ocean. It can be calm and still or rough and rigid. It just depends on how you look at it. I'm going to leave you with this. Life has meaning only if you do what is meaningful to you. Challenges are what makes life interesting, and overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. I need you to know that your life isn't behind you. The memories are behind you. Your life is always ahead of you. That's why you got to keep pushing, keep striving, and don't quit. You must seize every moment in this thing called life. Thanks for tuning in to Real Talk with Reginald D. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and rate us in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Join us every Tuesday for new episodes on life, spirituality, and leadership development. See you next Tuesday.